What's up, everybody? It is the Married at First Sight after show, brand new time. It is decision day. So Bobby proposes to Danielle. Dave is at 51%. And Tristan forgives me again. Let's go. Let's get it.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey. Turn up. Is that the? Are you doing the Usher Brim thing?
Yeah.
Is that era? Okay.
Right.
I was wondering.
What's up, everybody? You know what it is. Married at First Sight. You know we got to play because everybody said yeah. Yeah. Are they still together? That's the trick. We'll find out next week. I'm your host, Lem Gonsalves, and you can find me here at AfterBuzz Studios. Right next to me is the incomparable, the amazing,
It's Felicia Michelle. I'll choose myself. How you guys doing?
Hey.
Why you interrupt? I was really getting into it.
I don't know. I'm interrupting Cow Moo. I don't know.
He does the best intros. How dare
Thank you.
you.
How
Thank
dare
you,
I.
Ty. Okay, well, someone that can appreciate it is the amazing, the super talented, the enigmatic Thelma Mbaezue-Daniel.
Wow, that was a word of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, are you taking
Enigmatic.
notes? I'm so happy to be here. It's the finale. It's the family, and we are going live. So much to talk about. So
Yes.
Yes. And can't forget, last but not least, it is the ever poppin' with the pop locking all the time, Shannon, aka Shannon Starwork, Shannon O'Connor.
I clap for you.
Hey guys, holy cow, I'm so surprised about yeses across the board. What?
Right.
Really?
Yes!
Okay.
Yeah, my predictions last week, I did not think everyone was going to say yes. So I don't know, you guys aren't surprised?
I felt like, okay, this is my thing. The way this season went, it was so up and down. I just had a feeling that everybody was going to say yes at the end of the whole situation. Not that they probably should have said yes, but I thought that the way that it was going, and it was so crazy. I mean, Bobby and Danielle, yes, of course, absolutely. I didn't expect the proposal, but we can talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But as far as the other two, absolutely. I just felt like it was going to happen.
They're all a bunch of weirdos.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm like, all yeses across the board. Like, that's cool, but is it real?
No.
Like, tell us what's real. I'm not a psychic, but I could see into them futures.
Oh yeah.
Might have wanted to have said no.
Right.
already. Actually, yeah.
And the pressures to say
I think
yes.
the most, I mean, even though I felt like it was going to go that way, I still felt the most surprising to me of that was Tristan and Mia. And simply because I thought because Tristan has been super forgiving, and I like how Pastor Cal actually checked him.
Yes.
Because it's like, bruh, you'd be sweeping this under the rug and be, forgiving
And
so
then your
quick.
rug is
exactly.
lumpy.
And lumpy, and you're going to
Trip
trip.
over it.
You're
Yep.
going to trip in them big old feet. So I'm glad he checked him, and I'm glad they showed that he checked them.
Yeah.
But I figured he would say yes. If it was going to be any no's, he was going to say yes, and then Mia was going to be like, nah, I'm good.
But no, he doesn't have enough balls to do that in front of someone's face. Like, I'm
think
sorry,
so?
but when I watched it, I just was mad. I was like, y'all are both weirdos. It's like we've been arguing back and forth this entire season about who's right and who's wrong. And now that I look at it, they're both super flawed people. Not like anybody's perfect, but they're hella flawed, and they have each of their individual issues that they bring out the worst in each other. It's like they put these people together because they're compatible and there's things about them that align. And I think, and that's great, but a person can bring out the worst in you because you guys have similar qualities, and they have similar qualities of like playing the victim sometimes, and then like being like lashing out, and then wanting to be very apologetic. They both kind of do that, and I see where they probably did that in their previous relationships. They're weirdos. Both of them are weird. I'm not team Mia or team Tristan. I'm team keep it real. Like, y'all don't need to be together.
Yeah.
Blowing mine. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that.
Actually, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
No,
What do you
well
think,
said.
Thelma?
I mean, I couldn't agree more. I think when they were sitting on that couch and Tristan was breaking down, crying, and telling Mia that he loved her, it was all in her eyes. She wasn't in love. She didn't seem in love to me. She actually seemed a little uncomfortable. in that situation. And I felt like we all know that Mia is about image. And in that sense, I agree with Felicia 1,000%. I did not expect her to be honest about not wanting to be in that marriage anymore, because she said it. Once he kicked her out of that house, I think things changed for her, where she stopped feeling like she was the person in the wrong and she was the person who had all the baggage. And she started to see him a little more clearly, and that evened things out. And she was like, this isn't worth it. But I don't think she had the confidence or the wherewithal to really be honest with him, which was disappointing after all this time.
Not when you wake up, somebody like, psst, psst, I want a divorce. Like, take your ass back to sleep. Leave me alone. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
I actually wanted more from Pastor Kyle.
Yeah. Well, and even when they both said yes, and it was like, hey, we both agree we're going to stay married, it was just like not a romantic kiss, nothing. It was just so meh. And it was just, I don't know, like, I'm really sad that they're saying, well, they're not together.
Right.
But I'm sad
moment.
they did it for the cameras,
Right.
you know, because that's really unfortunate.
And that goes back to why I said I wasn't surprised that everybody said yes, because I felt like, especially them, I felt like Bobby and I'm going to say
Danielle.
Bobby Christina. Bobby, because it's a whole different
God rest her
situation.
soul.
Right, exactly.
Bobby and Danielle.
Thank you. I felt like they were also playing to the cameras, because in the sense that they didn't want to show a lot. That's why I felt like Danielle was very reserved because of the cameras. I think she was very, very camera conscious. But with Tristan and Mia, especially Mia, I think that everything is to look good. And so it's
the
easy
nails.
for her. Oh, it's and the shoes, the clear heels,
And the kitty cat collar.
Oh, okay, we're
that
doing
was
all
kinda
the
funky.
same,
I
all
thought
the
that was
same.
kinda fun.
You were right the first time. It was funky.
Funky, not fresh.
Maybe not fresh. They would sell it at J. Crew, right? That's
maybe
totally
And
a
what
J. Crew
version
thing.
of-
Yeah,
And just maybe
right.
just a store called Crew.
Yeah, or Jay Valentine.
Like a knockoff J. Crew.
Now we're just going out of here. Put you to bed. All right.
No,
Right.
J.C. Penney.
There you go. Not
Okay.
J. Crew.
Okay.
J. The C is for crew.
Yeah,
J.
J.C.
Crew. Yeah, exactly.
J. Crew Penny.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was looking at. I mean, but you know what? She's needed the fashion police all season. Like, let's keep it all the way real.
She looked good on Decision Day. I thought.
Shannon.
It's all
Shannon.
Okay.
Shannon Skywalker. Come on.
You know, I know she looked pretty.
nice.
She looked pretty. But the thing I did
Pretty
notice
for her.
about
Her
pretty,
heart.
oh my goodness, let's not do this. She's a beautiful girl, but
she
she does tell a lot with her outfits, and she expresses herself a lot through her clothing. And I did
And her
notice
body language.
Her body language, and you can tell when she's more exuberant. She has on colors. She usually doesn't. There was that mid-period post going to prison jail that she was just wearing black like every single episode.
Right.
It was all
Somber.
black on black,
Right.
black, deep blue, navy
Right.
blue, all black. Like it was just like, girl,
Yeah.
like, can we be friends?
No colors.
No colors. But
No
now
colors.
she did a little bit of something, so I like that.
Little bit of something,
Yeah.
but not. See, you ever see those people, and I find this a lot in some areas. So they get almost where it's supposed to be, like as far as their outfit's concerned. It's like, man, the shirt and the pants. Oh, but the shoes.
Wait, did this turn into
Oh, but I-
fashion police?
I know,
Yeah,
it's
what's
bad.
happening?
But-
Is this the
I'm just saying, like she was at her outfit was at. Sorry, we have to have something.
Her fashion matches his interior design. and they're a perfect
It was
couple.
like at 87%. She had
I
an
feel
87% outfit.
I feel
That's
so
what
bad.
it was.
Okay.
I feel so bad because I'm the person that started this, and I'm just drinking my soul
Yeah.
water as if nothing's happening. But
That's
I
okay.
can feel good about sharing this information. So what's up, AfterBuzzers? Listen, our network works to produce shows for nearly all of your favorite television shows, from reality TV, sci-fi, drama, and more. There literally is no network that works harder for television fans. But we do need your help, so that we're asking that you please subscribe to one or more or all of our YouTube channels. And what that does is YouTube will pick content tailor-made just for you, and it'll help AfterBuzz to continue to grow. If you're worried about those little stupid notifications, don't worry about it because they're optional. So what you can do right now is please hit the subscribe button for this. Right, thank you for this channel, and to check out all of our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Please let us know what you did in the comment section, and we would love to shout you out on air. So for now, we want to thank you guys so much for being the very best fans and allowing us to continue to be the ESPN TV talk. We appreciate you.
Yeah. I love how that was just down to just stop. You know,
I know.
like
I felt
a
so.
rhetoric.
It was like I started this. I must stop it.
Must stop it. All right, so let's get into the actual 2-hour episode.
Okay.
So we do start. They all meet for dinner. Tristan and Mia was a little bit late. They made their little grand entrance. So the other couples were talking, kind of figuring out, is this? Are they going to show up? And then Dave, in true Dave fashion, says, staying together, I feel like I'm 51%. And I'm like, how does that equate to something good? And it was almost like, because 51 is just above, you know what I'm saying, being even.
He's a jerk.
And he even knows that he's like, well, she would like this, but, this is where I'm at. And, this is the 7 guy. She's at a 7. So I felt like I don't know. I feel like, do you think, based on how he showed who he is, the type of person he is, do you think that within all of that, do you think that he's still a good match for Amber?
No.
No.
He showed how, because I haven't been so against Dave like this whole season. I've been kind of like giving him the benefit of the doubt. But then this episode, he just seems so insensitive, and so he could care less about her feelings. He's going to do what he wants to do. He's going to say what he wants to say, regardless of the effect it has on her. And just how he speaks about her, like to his friends and everything, is so just not personal. Like, it doesn't seem like he loves her. It doesn't seem like he's in love with her. And that's the first time I've kind of realized that about Dave. And I'm...
Dave reminds me a lot of... just the aspect of things you do on and off camera and being camera conscious. I don't think that he's a bad guy, but I think he knew very early on that this wasn't a good match for him, and probably took him some time to realize that. He continued to realize that. And I think a lot of people, when they come on this show, they want to save face, and I think he did that. So now for me, this episode made a lot of sense because it added a lot of missing gaps that we haven't seen, because we see Amber having all these issues with her and Dave, but we're not seeing why. But we don't know what happens when the cameras are off. We've seen in past seasons people literally complain about being disrespected off camera. So you don't know how cold that relationship is, and I think this was very telling to all the things Amber has been complaining about all season.
Well, I think according to Dave, when the cameras are off, they're having sex. Like
this disgusting. It's just disgusting.
But is that does that mean anything? Like, what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I was just making a point. Like, because he always
Why does he keep saying that too?
And he said it again.
She mentioned it
disrespectful.
too. She mentioned it too this episode. She mentioned it a few times.
But maybe they haven't. Well, I don't know. We'll see next week if they stay together.
I think they're physically compatible for sure.
Yeah.
But I think emotionally they're not there where they should be. What were you gonna say?
Hey, live chat. They're in here strong. Okay, so just really fast, because it's like going so quickly. It's VSS says Dave clearly hates Amber. Amber knows this, but they are older and maybe figured the pickings are getting slim. No, Dave plays with her. Luann, hey Luann. Dave plays with her insecurities, and see, y'all move so fast that my eyes can't keep up. Dave plays with her insecurities. I don't know what else she said because I lost it. But no, I totally agree. I think he's just kind of like a jerk, but I don't necessarily think that he's a bad match for her, because the question is, are they a good match? And a lot of times, like, it's like yin and yang. You need like a balance, and I think that a lot of times she doesn't think about her emotions logically enough, and he doesn't think about his emotions emotionally enough. And so if he would be a little more open-minded, Amber could teach him a lot of things. But because Amber looks like the one who needs to be taught, and he's like the dominating, almost like a father kind of situation. Like, she's a child, like, kind of like treats like a child. Like what you talking about is trivial. It's like a teenager complaining about how their life is so hard, and you're like, oh, okay, get some bills. Like, you think their feelings are trivial, and that's what he does a lot of times, and doesn't really like talk about her insecurities. I don't think there's anything wrong with her being insecure. Every single person in this earth, Beyonce wrote a whole damn album about her insecurities with her husband, and she's Beyonce.
Right.
Like, so getting down on her because she has insecurities, like, I'm not here for it. Also, in the comment section, I don't remember who said it last week. I talked in the comment sections a lot to you guys, but they were like, Dave made up with her because he wanted to keep his bedroom record intact. That's the only reason that they made up last week, was because he's trying to keep, he's trying to be whatever many nights in O.
Right.
I do want to bring up, and I want to kind of ask you all, this is the first time that I remember seeing the couples going separately to Decision Day. You normally they're in the same car, and they're kind of filming them as they're going there, and they go together, which also takes me to believe, I believe this is the first time that they've had them spend the night apart before Decision Day. And I'm curious, I want to know, why do you think they did that this particular season?
I really like that they did that because I think especially Amber kind of proved to me like, oh, wow, this is good. Because she was like, wow, I actually liked being by myself. I liked being back in my house and in my bed. And I think if you have a night away and it's almost like you don't miss them or you're kind of like relieved to be away from them, is that a telling sign? Like, wow, maybe they're not the one. Because you should miss them or should want to be with them, right? If you're in love with them and want
I just watched It Takes Two, and it's that can't eat, can't breathe, can't sleep, knock it out of the park type of love. Like, and that's what it is if you spend that time apart. I thought they did a lot of things different this season. Yeah. And this spend a night apart is nice because I think for them it gives them a time to reflect, and that's the reality of a reality show. Like, they probably needed that time and not feel pressured because you're sleeping right next to me. Are you thinking about this? I'm thinking about this. Both our eyes are open. We're looking at each other all stupid, acting like we're asleep and not wanting to talk about how we feel, in danger that it might change the person's decision next to me. It could change my decision. Who even knows? It's too much tension for one bed.
Right.
So I think it was very smart of them. And I don't know if that was the experts, because I haven't seen them at all this season, except at the end. And then they gave like Jennifer, like, or Jessica must not be SAG because she didn't talk at all. Like, she said nothing. Mainly, and Pastor Cal gave the worst religious advice I've ever heard anyone give anybody, like, from a pastor. The worst marriage advice. Actually, he gave no advice.
He gave no advice.
Well, he gave a little bit. Like, he gave enough. Like, he gave, like, what he read in 5 Love Languages, the book.
Right.
Like, he gave what he
I like what he said
knew.
to Tristan.
Yes.
I do like what he said to Tristan, because Tristan has been that way the whole time. And I don't think he thinks about, like, it's easy for him. It's almost like a defense mechanism. It's like, oh, you do this to me. Okay, I accept your apology. Or yes,
because
it's okay.
Later on, I'm going to be the victim. Because later on, I'm going to use this against you. Because later on, I'm going to bring this up to justify some crazy ass way I was acting. So I'm going to say it's okay now and be easily forgiving of you. But as soon as you do something I don't like, I'm going to not let you forget.
Which is still not healthy.
It's
which is not
the
healthy.
The last word I would use to describe the relationship is healthy. Like the very last one.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, it's very terrible.
Like, even if like Felicia had to say healthy, I'd be like healthy. Like, I wouldn't even say healthy. Like, it's bad. It's really bad.
Ether.
I thought it was pretty refreshing to see them spend time apart because I think, there's a lot of nonverbal communication going on. And at this point, they can really sense each other's energy. So I just feel like not necessarily the fact of missing them, but I think sometimes you get into relationships and you forget that you need to want to be there. So you can miss them and not miss them, but do you still want to be in this relationship for yourself? And I think sometimes when we've made such big decisions and we've signed our name on the ink, even if your entire cellular being is telling you, get out, run, you're like, but I said I'm gonna do it. And we have to kind of overcome that because that's a part of growth too. So there's one level of keeping your commitments, but you really need in that moment to be honest with themselves. Like, okay, do I like this? Do I really want to keep fighting for it? So I thought it was refreshing and it was nice.
Too bad they weren't honest.
They still
Too
weren't.
bad.
They still weren't. But
I
don't think it's about. I think it's about the entire
process.
Cast. I truly feel like I have my predictions for next season. Take notes. Like, I really feel like we need to get people who want to be on TV, people who care to be open. That should be something you're asking these people, because at the end of the day, as viewers, we want people who want to share their lives and share their true love story with us. That's how we become committed. Look at the people that we followed on. You know?
I think too, and it may be interesting in the process if maybe they say, "Oh yes, I'm this way," and then as they start filming, then they backpedal or it's different.
Self descriptions are usually lies. People have a
resume.
Like people have a
intelligent resume.
So I think they do their best vetting, in the process. But you see what happened with Mia's record,
Yeah.
And I'm sure their process is very extensive, and that obviously, the timing of whatever had happened that got away from them. She would not have been on the show if that would have come up.
Can I ask a question? I'm sorry, let me cut you off. But I just popped in my head. But I'm wondering, because everybody said yes, do you think this is groupthink? Is what's going on here? So, like, sometimes when we're in small groups, it can be groupthink. When one person thinks something, another person will begin to think something. You can Google this, look it up. They'll start to. It's contagious. And once we see Danielle and Bobby are so perfect, that kind of trickles into Amber and Dave, and then Amber and Dave trickles into Mia and Tristan, and then Mia and Tristan trickles back into Bobby and Danielle, because they're comparing themselves. Because they have them in a group and they've done things a lot as a group, it made sense that they all made the same decision to me, because it was like they all got together in the beginning the episode, and they were talking about things and what's going on in their relationship, and it was like everybody kind of was saving face. I don't think that they're actually like, they might be friends because they understand the experience on a different level with each other, but I think that mainly like them getting together and that camaraderie and them sharing a lot of things influenced their decision, because I don't want to be the only couple that says no. I don't want to be left out. Or I think that it's groupthink, because we've never seen them have so much social interaction before. And then them all saying yes, rare as well.
Well, they last season, they did have, they came together. I didn't see it as much this season. This season was obviously a lot more. But last season, they did have them come together at periods of time, and they all didn't say yes. Right. So I don't know if that plays into this particular scenario with these couples. I know what you're saying, and I do agree with it. It is real. But I feel like that's in more of a contained environment, so to speak.
This is not a contained environment.
Not. I'm saying like when you're talking about everybody. What I mean is like, you know, when you're saying they're in the room, like same room, and then one person thinks this, and then all of a sudden everybody in that contained
they
room
are in a contained experience and a very unique experience. There's no one else that is having this type of experience as them. There's no one else who they can turn to. I think is it Amber and Mia are friends? Not Danielle so much, but Amber and Mia are friends. Like they have friendships in this, and they talk, and then they pillow talk. I can't believe that that doesn't impact the overall experience and choices that people make in this.
I'm sure it does, but what I meant by like the people necessarily for this season, as a fan and just across the board, I just feel like not only were the experts not as involved, we truly, I don't know, I felt left behind as a fan. Usually, every single step of the way. You know, there's so many spin-offs right now. We love Married at First Sight, and I was left behind this season. I didn't get couples that I felt like wanted to show us their love story. And I feel like maybe there's some group thing, but it's also the group type. I think everybody in this group is a little safe-faced. No one is honest enough. No one is raw enough. No one is really getting a spin-off, in my opinion.
That's cultural, like from them being in the South, being in Dallas?
I don't think so, because we've seen them go to the South before, and they've also had people of different ethnicities, background, nationalities. I don't know. It's just this season. Every other season, I feel like people have truly been committed. At least tell us no and mean it. That's how I feel. Yeah. You know, so it's like you gave me a 2-hour finale. I'm a huge fan of the show, and I'm still walking away. People are saying yes. I didn't even jump up.
You didn't root for anybody.
I didn't root for anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost like I rooted for somebody to say no just to be real.
Yeah.
Like say no
please
because this is how you really feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there could be some closure with that.
And also the experts usually call that kind of thing out. Halfway through, show me how to get real. You're pushing them to get real. This season it did not happen.
I know what happened. I know what happened, y'all. So they gave the $5,000 to them, and then they couldn't get the experts on the show as much because they allotted the budget away to that. That's it. It's all about the money.
It's all about the money. So now,
maybe
they signed a contract. Maybe now it's like everybody says yes, so you get the money, and then you can just do whatever you want after. Whereas, come on, in the past we had couples that had restraining orders from each other. It was drama. Like I was here for it.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. I wonder how much, if any, it could have had a lot of factoring into the decision making. I don't know the ins and outs as far as like if you have to say yes. I mean, there's got to be some stipulations, but that's an interesting point. That's definitely an interesting point.
And they're feeling it in the live chat too. Everybody's like, yes, Thelma. It's Ray. Exactly, Thelma. I think we all feel this way. No one was fun to watch this season.
Yeah.
No,
it's unfortunate because y'all know I love this show.
Yeah, it is unfortunate.
I feel like Amber was kind of getting there for me. Like she was kind of getting funny. She was like showing her funny side, and they were okay. Just because that smile.
She did it. You better not don't take a book out of their handbook. Tell the truth. Tell them.
She did it when they were on the couch. Did y'all notice that? Did you guys think about me? I thought about me. I was like, she just awkwardly smiled. I was like,
I've been thinking about it the whole season, and then you did that, and I was like, yes. I just wasn't gonna do it. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I'll let you do it because I know there is one couple that I somewhat believe.
Yeah. Well, I just want to break down in the last few minutes that we have. I just want to break down each couple real quick. And as far as, I mean, we know they all said yes, but the way they did it was interesting. First of all, Bobby and Danielle was first. I just thought it was funny because he looks like, she's like, so Danielle, so what is your reasoning?
wait.
Like, what is your reasoning? She's like,
Guys,
well,
I feel like they need to add a sound effect with her, like bling, 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 bling.
right.
They added heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's not like those
Yo,
theater shows like have your own theme song. She
yes,
needs one.
She does.
You
But
started again. Look
it
at
was-
you, Felicia.
But it's real. It is real. It is real. These are the characters. But yeah, she's getting ready to talk, and then Bobby's like, "Wait a second, I got something to say." And then he comes down, and she's just like, "Okay." And then
I'm so nervous. He was had to get it out.
He was super nervous.
Why
but,
he lives at that height? He's okay.
but it was.
That's his level. That's his level.
Can we just go to
It's gonna cut my mic off now. See you next week.
It was. I mean, I will say this. The only thing, the redeeming quality of that particular situation with them two is the fact that she said that she loves him.
Head over heels in
that
love.
she said that because I felt for Bobby, I felt like I was like, yo, he's giving us all in this relationship. He's doing all these things. And one of the things that I noticed, which when she was talking with her friend, she's like, oh, I like the way Bobby does this. And I like the way, basically the way he caters to her.
Yes.
You know, he gets up in the morning with the dogs and then he has dinner ready.
that
and he makes her
bothered me,
lunch.
though.
And it did bother me.
bothered
It
me.
bothered me because what I'm saying, what he's all in and she's just kind of like, oh, I love him possibly because of what he can do for me. If he wasn't doing all those things, I'm wondering how she would be. Yeah, we know that she has that long commute, but still, he's doing a whole lot.
I'd rather drive and sing Beyonce than clean up dog food.
In fact, I'm sure her commute is a little longer these
Right.
days. She's like, let me stop by the gym.
Right, exactly. He's got it all. He's
Food will be ready when I
taking
get
her,
home.
exactly.
Gotta stop at Staples and get some
Gosh.
Sharpies.
Oh my
You know
God.
what?
Okay, but you know what? I do have a question. Though. Would
yeah.
we be doing this if it was the other way around? Do gender roles have any influence into how you guys are feeling about the disproportion in the way that they?
You mean like if she was doing the things and he was
Yeah, if
commuting?
she was doing all the housework and he was doing the commute and she was taking care of everything in the house,
I still
cooking
would,
and cleaning.
I would feel the same way.
Okay, I just wanna
because
make
I
sure.
felt, I felt like that it would be the same thing. I mean, if it's the same people, you just flip the roles. Yeah, I would feel like that. Oh, I like, especially she's saying it. Like
I
she's
agree.
verbally saying it. I like the way he does this. If the guy said that, I'd be like, oh, okay, you like her for what she's doing. Do you like her for real? But for Bobby's sake, because at the end of the day, I feel like Bobby is genuine. The fact that she said, she loves him and not only loves him, but I'm head over heels in love.
Yeah,
I felt like he needed that. And he was like to the moon and, good for him.
I just feel bad because his sister pointed out, like, you have a habit of doing this. And when we found out, I was like, this is new information that we should have known, producers.
Prior.
We should have known that. Like, that's something that should have been, like, come up in a conversation about that. And to find out on the Decision Day episode, because
Right.
it made me think about the relationship totally different. Like, well, is he going to run himself ragged? Has this happened to him before? Like, dang, maybe he should say no. And I'm thinking that it's a yes for both. Maybe it should be a no for him. Maybe she's using him. Like, it made me totally change my view of their relationship. And that's information, like I said, we should have got earlier.
And you know what? I agree with you 1,000%. In every other Married at First Sight episode, you don't just have, by episode 3, episode 4, you're integrating, you're bringing in the families. In this season, they, I don't know, kind of picked and choose who to bring. And where was his sister? Why didn't we?
Yeah.
Where were the people who got to know him a little more? I needed to know more. We should have seen those one-on-ones.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I wish we would have known that, because now it's a little more telling to his personality and, like you said, who he is. And then again, the fact that he's younger than her. I would hate for him to be head over heels in love right now, and then when he gets back into, like, I don't know, normalcy, he doesn't want to go above and beyond, and then that changes the way she feels about him, because that was, the indicator for her love.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next couple. So Tristan and Mia, we talked about what happened. Tristan, he was, okay, I accept your apology and all of this. And what was interesting is I felt like that the editing was bad in this particular segment, because there was one point where Mia was crying and then it flips, it goes back, and then she's not. And I was just like, okay, what really happened?
Oh, when they're on the couch?
Yeah,
you're
when they're on the
talking
couch.
about?
Yeah, when they're giving their.
Decision day.
So I just thought that it was interesting the way they cut that.
was weird.
So I'm wondering, like, did it happen like that? And then also I thought it was funny too, because Tristan was like, you know, he gives a spiel and he's like, yeah, I want to stay together. Okay, great. Like, it was just like her response, like, that wouldn't be a response.
Yeah.
It was, okay, great. Like, or yay. Like, it was just like very juvenile response from Mia. Yeah. So, I don't know. I just thought that whole
They are weird.
Yeah.
They are both weird. They have like some big ass weird kids. Like they're weird. They're both hella weird. Like I would not put my lips on their cups at their house. Like they're weird like that. Like I wouldn't even step foot up in there.
But a part of me felt like I caught what you said, which brought a lot of doubt to a lot of viewers. I'm sure they're talking about it in the live chat. But it's just like, it wasn't even weird. It was like acting and operating out of desperation. That might be a little bit of a theme for the season. Like, I don't know. For them, I don't understand. He's crying. He's like, I've never loved anyone before. Just all this stuff. I'm like, you're getting a divorce. This is over.
Yeah.
So I just didn't, and it still didn't even feel like a real conversation.
When they were done.
Yeah.
When they were done. So I just...
and even when he said our fights had nothing to do with us as a couple. Do you remember that when he said that? But he's like, we had a lot of fights, but it had nothing to do with us. It was about everything that was just like coming against us, all this stuff surrounding us. That's why we were fighting. It's like, no one makes you kick somebody out of the house.
Denial.
And how he kept pinpointing that he's like, oh, is she gonna walk out again? I'm like, what?
Right.
You kicked her out. What are you
and the
talking
fact
about?
that you keep calling it that she walked out, narcissism. Okay, that's like, I'm sorry I did that to you, but if I did it, it was your fault. If it wasn't your fault, you deserved it. It's just
You
like,
make me look bad. Yeah.
it's just a lot.
It was a lot and a little in 2 hours. It was a lot. I fell asleep 3 times, you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not because I'm not a Married at First Sight fan, because I am from day one a Married at First Sight fan. I'm just not a fan of this particular season of people. Like I would probably not even be like, oh my God, hey, such and such, nice to meet you. I would just be like, hey, Twitter, I ran into Tristan without Mia. Y'all know how I go. Tweet.
I want to find out.
I don't. You would be like,
I would need,
what happened?
Please. Yeah. In fact, I hope we can bring them on next season. I really want to know, like, what was going on behind the scenes, guys? Was this wasn't? Were they coaching you guys to just fake the love? We need to know.
It'd be interesting to find out. Hopefully, we'll have some answers with the next episode, the reunion episode. Hopefully,
I'm excited for that.
Hopefully. So, David, Amber, how'd you guys feel about? It's kind of a rhetorical question. How do you feel about Dave talking about Amber's meltdowns and how he's, this is what she does.
Way to put her down again.
He had the biggest meltdown this season. You were literally sweating through your clothes.
The dancing.
Yeah. You were freaking out because you went salsa dancing.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, but it's in Mexico.
The audacity of
really
you,
freaked
sir.
Yo, that is true. And he freaked
you're
out.
laughable, man.
He freaked out the obstacle course, too.
You're laughable because you're a great guy. You know what I mean? You have a lot of things on paper. But until you can at least just look in the mirror and be like, okay, I need to work on this. I need to work on this. I just don't see your dating life going where you would like it to go. And I really hope the best for you because you have great qualities. But you got to be able to look in the mirror and be like, okay, 10% of this was my fault. I went wrong here. He never has those moments. Calling her hysterical, please.
That was uncalled
And the way
for.
that she acted when you were hysterical versus the opposite way is also telling.
He's a jerk. Yeah. And I don't like his teeth.
He was really rude this episode.
Can we just say I told you so from the beginning?
Yeah, I thought they were gonna make it, and who knows? Maybe they're the ones who are.
Well, you know what the live chat said? Slim pickings out there, so you would take who you can get.
Wait,
Cuffing season, y'all.
news and gossip.
No, because it was like the preview for the next time.
Oh, okay.
They said someone has a big surprise.
Right.
I'm like, someone's pregnant.
Abby.
So, we just don't know who.
So,
Who do you guys think?
we'll get into predictions. So let's get into news and gossip real quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really quickly.
I'll wait for the
Okay,
music.
so
because the season's over, basically everyone's Instagrams are unlocked. So I looked at Mia, seeing what's up with Mia, and so she has this big long post about like how hard it was about the arrest and all of these false accusations against her. And so she has this big long thing, and she says that she's working with a lot of lawyers to release evidence that she's innocent. And so she posted some pictures. So the guy Evans, who she was stalking, like that evidence was about 2016 that she was stalking him. But now there's phone records that he's been trying to contact her like all last year and this year. And so it's phone records of him calling her off the hook. And so that's part of the little evidence that she has right now, proving her innocence. And she just says how much it's just like damaged
Oh my
her.
God.
And
I
she's
am
just
so
like
shocked by that. How
so-
crazy just keeps attracting
so-
crazy.
Wait,
It's just crazy
he's calling
how,
on her.
But-
Wait, guys. Wait.
So that's my news. I have gossip on Mia. I'm gonna follow her on Instagram forever and Twitter because I want to see what happens with that. But I mean, it sucks if it is fake. That does suck.
Guys, quick light bulb moment. Hold on. This guy that she was in love with, obsessed with, whatever you want to call it, is reaching back out to her after seeing her on TV. Do you think this has anything to do with her walking away from the marriage with Tristan? Like, oh, my real boo wants me back. Like, no.
Oh,
But he was
I see what you're
calling
saying.
He was
If he's
calling
been
her last year
contacting her,
too.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because
But
if he'd
it
been
just ended
contacting her,
this.
like, you know, I saw you on TV, boo, I want you back. Like,
Don't believe or trust that woman. So I do not
you
believe
think
or
it's all
trust.
false?
Put it behind her or
I
past
wouldn't
her.
put it past her.
Yes.
You're right.
Well,
That's the best way to put it.
I don't know. We'll see what
We'll
happens.
see. We'll
Yeah.
see. All right, let's get into
Thank
predictions.
you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
Last predictions ever. For the
Yeah,
season.
I know, right?
Oh my
All
gosh.
right, so we know that obviously Tristan and Mia are divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that is there a divorce with Dave and Amber? Do you think that they're staying together? We saw that she changed her hair.
She's brunette.
She's a brunette now, which I'm curious as to how that developed into happening.
Yeah.
So off camera,
Maybe
but
her hair
anyway,
was just falling out. Like she
Whoa.
legit had to.
It was
Or
damaged.
else, yeah.
As a girl, like
Yeah.
like okay, I know
There's
why
a
she
point.
did that. Her hair was really
Yeah.
damaged.
and she looked good.
Yeah, I
She
loved
looked-
it.
she
Just like her
looked good,
sister.
bro.
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
like her sister.
Yeah,
When
she
it makes
looked
her
good.
eyes pop, yeah.
Yeah, she looked good. But do you think that they're still together?
I think they're pregnant.
You think they're
Wait,
the one
Dave
that's
and
pregnant?
Amber? Oh, them powdered eggs. No, she's not pregnant. Crazy.
Oh
It's Danielle and Bobby. She's old. Like it's not. She's not gonna get pregnant right away like that.
I
It's
do
not
not
gonna
think
get
that
pregnant
doesn't
that
mean
fast.
But it could be
Myrtle,
because
maybe.
she is.
You mean
or-
a geriatric pregnancy?
Stop it.
You know
She's
what?
early. She's
30.
not that
Oh, no,
old.
she's-
First of all, she's 37
30?
years old.
And a
Well, 36.
geriatric, excuse me,
It's-
and
Well,
a
at the time of
geriatric,
filming,
a
she's
geriatric
36.
pregnancy,
People get pregnant at
Janet Jackson.
It's a geriatric pregnancy. A geriatric pregnancy is any pregnancy that takes place from 35 on. They take special tests. They have to tell your sex of your baby. It's called a geriatric pregnancy.
Okay, well, if
I
that's
mean-
it, then that's it. And she's
Google.
pregnant. That's my guess. But I don't think Danielle and Bobby are pregnant.
No.
Because
I
I think
think-
Danielle's
yeah.
like putting her foot down about
Well,
that.
if we
I
go
think
with
she's
probability, it could be Amber and Dave because every single day.
like, oh, that's right.
I think it's Amber and
it's
Dave
Amber and
because
Dave.
of course that, but also I feel like they don't have much time.
Yeah.
So if you are gonna have a child, you got to start right away.
Got it.
This is my
You got
prediction
it.
about the question you asked. If I believe that Amber and Dave are going to stay together, I think that it is Amber probably who is pregnant, just because I feel like she wants to get her children. I don't know if she's going to stay in this marriage for the long haul, but I can see them getting divorced in a few years. After
I can agree
post
with
kids,
that. Yeah.
like, and it's just like, okay, I got what I want from the relationship, and she's gonna try to appease him. I think to some extent, just seeing her change her hair, just wanting her manner. I don't know, but I don't think it's gonna last. I don't see that lasting the way Ashley and Anthony or anybody else.
Okay, wait a minute. Y'all might be onto something because I don't think you can dye your hair when you're pregnant. So
You can't. I think that was proven like
Yeah, you can't.
not a thing that
I don't
affects the
think you-
babe.
I don't know. I don't think you can
believe
dye
you
your
really
hair
do.
when
That's
you're
why you're
pregnant.
pregnant.
Yeah,
I don't think
Why couldn't you dye your hair?
So
when
I
pregnant?
just want to
The
say that
chemicals.
Yeah,
I know.
the
I
chemicals,
understand. I
baby.
know that it's true, but I'm just saying, even in that sense,
I never said that she can't. I just said that she's older, and I don't think the probability of who's going to get pregnant out of the two couples that we know are still together, I would say it's Bobby and Danielle because
Okay.
they're head over heels in
Hey.
love.
Okay.
I
Guess
think
we'll
it's
find
David.
out
I
next
think it's
week.
David Amber. I'm
Yeah?
with Shannon.
Okay.
I think it's David Amber.
Y'all must be planning geriatric pregnancies. Y'all took that real
You're
personal.
with
Y'all took it real personal.
You're with us, not just Shannon. This is the us crew. Felicia's on her own with this one.
Well, when you're set apart, you're set apart. God bless me. I don't know what you said.
God bless you, girl. You're gonna
Favor and
you're gonna
fair.
be real wrong next week. Real
Okay,
wrong.
we'll see
Trying to
how
tell
much
Find out.
favor.
I can't wait to find out.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, give us a nice wager in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying to see what they're gonna say. Oh, y'all mad at me too. Y'all all will get over it.
Oh, the truth hurts.
People are optimistic. Thank you. Being optimistic.
No, all they're
That
saying
mean-
is that women can get pregnant. Obviously, they can get pregnant. But
Yes.
I'm gonna have a geriatric pregnancy too, so if y'all are mad about it, I'm right there with y'all. My old ass, my kid's probably gonna be like 2, and I'm gonna be like 55.
Shut up.
Stop it. Felicia,
I'm
we
the
love
only
you.
old person on this panel.
No.
Stop it.
Okay,
No,
okay, you got that. No,
Stop
let him
it
have
right
it.
now.
Let him have that. Yes.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's facts. It's facts. It's facts. But as the old man says, wise old Lem. That's been our show. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. I've been your host, Lem Gonsalves, and you can follow me everywhere at The Poet Saint. At The Poet Saint. It's being big letters because I'm old, so I got to see it. So it's big letters. You can't miss it. Felicia, where you at?
And if you guys don't hate me, you can find me on Instagram at It's Felicia Michelle. And if you do hate me, you can find me on Twitter at #1HatesFee.
I'm Thelma Mbaezue-Daniel. You can catch me on Instagram at Thelmy and Twitter at Moxie_soul.
Yes, and I'm Shannon O'Connor. You can find me on Instagram at Shannikin_Skywalker or Twitter at ShanOC.
Yeah. Make sure you tune in next week. We will be at our regularly scheduled time, Tuesday at 7 o'clock for the finale, and we'll find out if there's a geriatric pregnancy happening. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Peace.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.